Advanced placement courses are a terrific way for high school students to get a head start on college credit. One of those courses is calculus. When I taught the college version of calculus, I was shocked to hear that 90% of my students had already taken calculus in high school and had not passed the final exam and could not get credit. Many of these students took it in 11th grade, did not pass. They took the course again in 12th grade and did not pass. Then they're taking the course again in college while navigating moving away from home for the first time, dealing with complicated financial aid scenarios, and also trying to get into the engineering school in the first place. It's no surprise to anyone that calculus is notorious for being a weed out class. But first, what is calculus? Calculus is the mathematics of change over time. It's the math that got us to the moon. It's the math that keeps your car going the right speed when you're using cruise control. It's even used by financial managers while they're putting together stocks and assets for their portfolios. But to most students, it's just new math. To most students, there is an old math, there is a new math, and calculus is new math. However, the biggest challenge to calculus is you have to be good at both. You see, every calculus problem is a 1-2 punch of old and new math. That first jab is new math. It's stuff the students are going to be good at because they just learned the material 12 hours earlier. What I used to see students struggle with the most is following through with the old math. A lot of students are being forced to use muscles that they've never used before, math muscles that they never used before. A lot of folks struggle with not having the full background that they need. Maybe they miss a little bit of trigonometry. Maybe they would miss a little bit of exponential growth. A lot of students know a lot of the pieces, but they lack the comfort level of putting everything together. And that becomes important when your math is a page long and you have to circle the final answer at the end. Montgomery College offers a new course called Calculus Prep. I think this course has something to it. I think it's something we need to expand to high schools. Calculus Prep is basically a review of the old math that calculus students will encounter when they take the new math class. It reviews basic algebra skills, trigonometry, exponential growth. It gives students an opportunity to practice through repetition, and it fills in the gaps that may have been left behind from high school math. You can imagine as different students come from different backgrounds, different high schools, different areas, every individual student has different needs, different gaps they need to fill in. In this course, the goal is to fill in the gaps and bring everyone to an elevated level so that they can succeed in the next course. This course has been really successful at Montgomery College. A lot of students have taken this course before calculus and passed calculus course. And then they were able to transfer their Montgomery College calculus course to universities and get started on their engineering degrees, their science degrees, etc. You might wonder, why would we add yet another math class? Well, I'd say it's better than taking the same one 3 years in a row. You might wonder, why would we have students take a math class that has no new material to it if it's just a review class? Well, again, everyone has different backgrounds and strengths and weaknesses. It's hard to expect a general population of students to be ready for university math. It's important to fill in the gaps and make sure you can demonstrate that the kids are ready, that the students can demonstrate that they're ready for the next level. In my ideal world, with how this would be implemented in high schools, students would take the algebra. They would take their algebra, their geometry. They would take the trigonometry, and eventually, thanks. They take the algebra, geometry, trigonometry, and take this new class, calculus prep, ahead of taking calculus, and then pass calculus on the first try. If they do that, they get two things. First, they get the college credit, which is going to be huge for them. Second, and more importantly, they'll gain the confidence that they can really do it when they go to university. As members of our community, I'm sure parents in the audience, it's really important for us to advocate for young people and for their education. This new course, if we introduce it to high schools, will serve a greater need for preparing the next generation of scientists and engineers to the next level. I encourage everyone on this call, if you have a young person in your life, a student in your life, call your school district, ask them what they're doing to prepare young students for advanced university courses, and what the pass rates are for these calculus courses, these AP courses, and what they can do to even be better in their pass rates in order to get students ready for university. Like I said earlier, calculus is the mathematics of change. And now it is time to change the mathematics for calculus.